35 north heading toward Dallas. I'm probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes from Dallas maybe. And this is the rest area that I'm going to stay at tonight. I don't think I've stayed at this one. Usually I would just push through. But the first park I'm going to go to is south of Dallas, called Cedar Lake or something. I don't know. I have to look it up. I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, so the rest area should be over here. And it's very, very early. It's only like 7 o'clock. And it's still bright outside. But I'm tired. I had a long day. Really fun at the school project. Yeah, so this is I can't even speak. I just had an ice cream. My face is frozen. Okay, the Navarro County Safety Rest Area. And right now no one's here, just one other person. But this is my home for the night, so I'm going to park in the sun and relax. I'm probably going to park at the end. It's a little not level, so let me pull over. Yeah, I'm going to park here at the end. And this is it. So it's a pretty small rest area, but it's off the freeway, which is nice, and all the trucks are on the other side, and the toilets are down there. So I'm just going to park at the end here, which I think is fine. And it doesn't look like it's very busy. I think the one that's on the 35 in Temple, north of Georgetown, is super, super busy because that goes all the way up to like Oklahoma and all that. But this one is so close to Dallas, I think people just push through. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I had some peach ice cream, which was delicious, at the Cooper's peach ice cream shop. I don't know, bad with words today. I'm tired and I'm just gonna relax and finish watching Netflix. So yeah, so I will see you guys in the morning at the first park. I'm gonna actually ride my bike, which is great. Ride my mountain bike, and I'll show you the disheveled attempt at trying to put the mountain bike on the new rack. There's me. Okay, so this is the Kuat, which is like, I don't know, a couple $100. It's pretty sturdy, very, very sturdy, really good. But the handles don't actually lock the way the other ones do, and there's no like little lobe or hole for me to be able to run anything through the wheel and on the frame like I did on the Allen. So what I did is I basically hooked it through the hitch and then wrapped it one time around the frame and then locked it in right here where it locks. So it's kind of different, but then I also put on this other wire attached to two different locks. So what I probably need to do is actually run it through both locks just to make it harder. I don't know. I'm not really super happy with the way I kind of did this because one time the spokes broke. But I think this is good enough for now. I mean, it does the job, and it's a little bit difficult. You could probably cut this wire. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, even if they were to steal the bike, it's not really attached to anything. I need to rethink this. I probably need to run this underneath here just so it's actually attached to something. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I need to put it around the frame. So I'm going to redo this bit. But other than that, it's pretty sturdy. It hasn't hit the window, which is good. Probably just need to push this down a little more. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, it does the job. I mean, it looks nicer and feels better and stronger. So maybe I should just use the outer one. I don't know. No, this is fine. I got to cover it up anyway. So yeah, so this is as good as I can do for now. It's not a fancy bike and it's all dirty. So, but it is actually, I mean, it's got rock shocks and all this other stuff that, put a lot of money into this. So probably worth almost as much as, a fancy bike. But it's a hardtail, and I only really like riding hardtails. I don't need like over suspension, because when I go down some of the stuff I go down, I don't want to fly over the handlebars. Anyway, so let me fix this and then I'll just relax. So you can't see it, but it says all trails are closed today. Let me back up a little bit. What is going on? I hope there's no event. Oh, that sucks. All trails are closed today. I need to find a mountain bike trail now.
Hi.
Why are the trails closed?
Wet conditions.
Okay, so for some reason the park is closed because of, quote, wet conditions, although it doesn't look wet at all, and it hasn't rained up here in a couple days. So most likely it was a decision made by somebody that doesn't hike or mountain bike, just like, politicians making medical decisions. So welcome to America, people. All right, I'm gonna go 8 minutes up the road to another Dorba track. Dorba is like Dallas off-road bike association or something. So there's a bunch of Dorber trails that I guess are maintained by the organization. So I'm gonna go 8 miles up the road, and hopefully this one's at a church. So hopefully, you know, I'm not religious, but I hope to God that I can ride my bike. This year is not going well for mountain biking. I've only been able to road bike in Houston while I've been home a couple times. And so now it's like I'm all geared up to go mountain biking, and I'm 0 for 1 right now. Okay, it looks like that's closed. Let me look for another trail. So I thought I'd take a chance on the other entrance. They open at 1 p.m. on Sundays. Well, that sucks. It's a church too, so the gates are very much locked. Okay, I'm gonna go look for another trail. I tell you something, Dallas is definitely the land of mega churches. I've seen like 18 mega churches on this 10-minute drive. It's very, very, very mega churchy up here. So thank you, tax dollars, for directing traffic. Thank you, sir. Okay, so I'm in a gravel lot. I parked in the sun. I'm the only one here. And this is a Dorber trail, so let's walk over and I will show you. I'm still in my pajamas, by the way. It's now 9 o'clock. I got up at 6:30 this morning. Okay, Boulder Dorber Trail is open. So it's very, very windy, so I'm just gonna follow the old trails. And yeah, this should be fun. It doesn't look wet at all. So I'm gonna park here in the sun just like that. I don't think anyone cares. Okay, this is the trail. I'm the only one here. So yeah, let's do this. This should be good. It's 4 miles, so maybe I'll do 2 loops. I don't really have anything else to do today except drive 1.5 hours to the other state park and do a quick hike and then go to the rest area. So it being Sunday, 9 a.m., I've got plenty of time. But I did forget my my little bag for the front and my little camelback and then the thing for my phone. So I've had to use my paddleboarding waist belt and then put this around here. So I'm gonna have to go to Academy and go get a proper holder, just a spare one, so I can put my phone on it. And just for proof of life, this is what I look like when I mountain bike. I look like a big dork. So anyway, so yeah, so this is just sun protection and also from spiders and all the other creepy crawlies that you see on the trail. And then let me get some, there we go. And then gloves, obviously, to protect my hands and also from the sun, and then fully covered, so, and a helmet to protect my very important brain. So, all right, let's do this. So I've made it to Lake Tawakoni State Park, and lots of people with their boats. Some people turning around. I'm not quite sure why. Why are they turning around? I don't know why. Let me find out. Just a day pass reservation already. It's
awesome.
already.
Do you have that number?
I can give you my name.
Can you give me the reservation number, the 13- number that was on your reservation for the day pass?
I've never had to do that.
I know, our system's down.
I swear the state park is not in my favor this week. So, okay, I got a hiking map. So I'm just gonna go all the way to the end, to the trailhead. And this is nice. Yeah, so a lot of people are turning around. I don't know why. So they have to write everything down. I guess all the computers are down here. And generally in the state parks in Texas, there's no cell reception. So considering whether I'm going to do that big humunga trip up north, I may end up getting Starlink. Although I've had like mixed reviews on whether Starlink is actually good. Okay, sorry. It's like 1,000 million, like, it's like Paperboy. Did you ever play Paperboy, like on the Atari back in the day? Or the Sega Genesis, whatever it was? Like literally you're just trying to deliver newspapers and you're getting hit by like ferrets and dogs and tornadoes and, you know, and it's got this like fun music where it's supposed to be a fun bike ride, but you just keep getting impaled by shit. That's how I feel today. I feel like I'm just like in the Paperboy video game. Okay, I parked here. I realized there wasn't a sign for me to take a picture in front of when I got to the park. So I don't know if there's other entrances. Oh my God, my van is completely covered in flies. All these horse flies. That is nuts. I hope they don't go inside. Oh my God. I've heard about these cluster flies. Why are they all over my van? Look, see? That is crazy. Hopefully they're not going to get inside. I don't know. Maybe I should move the van. This is literally my hiking. Completely covered, gloves, head to toe, sun hat. Yeah, and my van is now covered in horse flies. So anyway, this is just, to protect myself, which it seems to be working. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, okay, so let me figure out where I gotta go. Nature trail. This is beautiful. Very pretty. There's Prudence. It's my thumbnail. The other thing is I don't want to film too much at each park because I'm going to try to put all 8 parks in the same video. So there's my girl. This is really pretty. Beautiful day. So although I've been in van life for the last 2.5 years, I do miss primitive camping. That's what I did 2020. The whole of 2020, I had my SUV and my tent and my mountain bike. And I just went to like 17 states and just tent camped during the pandemic. And it was fantastic. And I do miss it. I still have all my camping gear. I want to get like the ultralight stuff, like invest in the real fancy stuff. I think that would be better. I do have an Osprey ultralight pack, so at least I've got the bag, the backpack to put everything in. I don't have the tent or the cover, the tarp, the footprint, the self-inflating pad, or the ultralight sleeping bag, or the ultralight chair and table, but I have it on Amazon. And I think my Amazon saved for later list is like at $1 million or something. There's so many butterflies. Okay, so this is beautiful. That's the primitive group area. Not very shaded. And it's funny, I'm like, I need sun when I'm in the van, and when I'm in the tent, I'm like, I need shade and cold. I'm at the end of the hike. That was really nice. That was 5 miles, and it's getting hot and everyone's cooking and in the water. So yeah, this is really pretty. The water is calm enough. I could probably bring my paddleboard next time, but people are fishing. The water isn't clear. It's a little murky. But yeah, there's people kayaking out there. I still prefer Austin just because, like I said, it's very narrow waterway with the party barge and all the people just, going real slow. And it's about 10 miles that I can easily do on my paddleboard. But it's just like if I need to bug out and get like onto the bike path and go back to the van, like walk back, I can do that. Here it's like a massive lake, so I don't want to be stuck in the middle or get like taken out by the tide or something. I am at the rest area, and it's only like 4:45 p.m. So there's a little town nearby called Sulphur Springs. This is also the Hopkins County Safety Rest Area. I've never been here before. This is nice. This is perfect. It is quite early though, so I think I'm going to dump out my trash right here, and then use the restroom, and then figure out what I'm going to do. I might go into Sulphur Springs, and then I'll explain to you about these little towns up here in a second. I am in Sulphur Springs. There's a place called Bodacious Barbecue, and I'm just going to a barbecue place over here. It's called Soul Man's Barbecue. So this is like cattle country. So if you ever watch the, what is that? Yeah, it's Dallas. So obviously it's cattle country. And this looks like it used to be a AutoZone, which is great. So I'm gonna go in here and get some barbecue meat for my salad. So Sulphur Springs, back in the day, like Mineral Wells, Sulphur Springs, all these places were famous because the minerals were supposed to be good for the health. And then antibiotics and modern medicine took over, and all of a sudden, people realized that they don't need to bathe in the water to get better. They can just take medicine. So a lot of these towns ended up, becoming abandoned, like in Mineral Wells, which is a fantastic little town just west of Dallas, Fort Worth. Really good state park. and just really nice people. The Baker Hotel is being renovated, or it's been renovated in the last couple years in order to get more tourism to kind of bring back the the old history of like the early 1900s. The other thing is back in San Antonio on the Mission Trail, which is, I don't know, 15 miles around the San Antonio River up to the Alamo, you go through 5 missions and the Hot Wells Abandoned Hotel, and that's on some other videos that I've done. And what's really great is the history of that is all the actors and actresses from from Hollywood, in the old Hollywood in the 20s and 30s, would go to this hotel for the mineral benefits of the water, and then of course modern medicine. So yeah, it's just interesting. Texas has a really bizarre history. I'm sorry, I'm just giving you a view of the side of this building right here, but Texas has a really bizarre history of just like there's the Spanish and Mexican beating the French, that's why we have Cinco de Mayo in Mexico. Then you have the conquistadors, and then you have the War of 1812. I don't know, you've got a bunch of stuff. And then you've got the even the Emancipation Proclamation was read in Galveston, I believe, and that was the to free all the slaves. Then you have Stephen F. Austin, who was the father of Texas. Yet, although he's celebrated, he also owned 300 slaves, but apparently he was like the first person to like let all his slaves go. So I don't know, it's just a really weird, interesting, bizarre, unique history. And then also why we have barbecue. And the reason we have barbecue is because in the late 1800s on the Ben Nevis ship from Liverpool, the Saxony, Germans, and Czechs and Polish came over on the boat, and they docked in Galveston, and they all got onto the beach, and they said, this beach fucking sucks, let's go inland and become farmers. And so they went inland to the hill country, which is just like surrounding Austin, down to San Antonio, to west of San Antonio and Austin, and then all the way up north of there. That's why you have Georgetown, you have Pflugerville, New Brunsville, Schulenburg, Giddings, like all of these towns that were that are German and Polish and Czech origin. And that's how we have barbecue. So barbecue is actually European. Okay, now for the big reveal. I got barbecue. So I got Texas toast, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, regular barbecue sauce, and I got ribs, chopped brisket, and pulled pork. Good morning from Sulphur Springs, Texas. This is northeast Dallas, and I need a shower. Although when I don't shower, my hair looks like all bouncy and like buoyant. Anyway, so let me get Bucky. There's Bucky. There you go. If you know, you know. If you have ever been to Texas, you have to go to Bucky's. It's basically an institution. Sorry, I can't speak this morning. Anyway, green light means go. So I'm going to Cooper Lake. Yesterday was fantastic, actually. I had a great time at Lake Tawakoni State Park. That was a really nice nature walk. It was very tame hike, not very, basically just a nature walk. But it was good to kind of wind down. Boulder City Mountain Bike Park was great. I'm definitely going to come back to that one. That was a fantastic, I want to do like 3 laps, so that was a fantastic ride. I will come back through to Cedar Lake State Park at the end of the week. Hopefully it'll be dry, although it's supposed to rain again. Blue sky, please. Thank you. So now I'm going to Cooper Lake and Lake Bonham. So there's all lakes up here in the Dallas area. So I'm going to Lake Bonham this afternoon. I'm going to do a 9-mile hike this morning. One of my longer hikes that I haven't done such a long hike in a while. So that should be good. So it's about 60 degrees. Feels great, but it's going to warm up pretty quickly. And then I'm going to come back and go to the Dairy Museum, hopefully, before I go to Lake Bonham. Lake Bonham's only like a 1-hour hike, and it's not very far away. And then I have a nice long drive to the next rest area. I didn't sleep too well at the first rest area. I was on the eastbound Hopkins rest area last night, and there was this weird like reverb from the road that sounded like how my van used to sound before I got everything fixed. And it was like wah, wah, wall, and I was like, I cannot sleep. And so I put my like sound machine on, I put my headphones on, and I was like, it wasn't the sound, it was the feeling of like this like jolting. So I think there was just a ridge in the road or something, but every time a 18-wheeler hit it, it just like rocked the van. So I drove up 10 minutes up and around to the other side of the freeway to the westbound, and I slept like a rock. So parked right next to a Vanlifer, so I'm probably gonna have to check the Vanlife pages to see if somebody got pissed off that someone was within 3,000 feet of their van. It's like on BLM land, like BLM land, for example, is public land. Park where you're level, park where you feel safe. So what if you're close to somebody? There's no 100-mile radius around your vehicle on public land. Public land is public land. And people that complain, oh, you know, somebody's like within 40 feet of my van. I'm like, then go to a campsite where you're literally 2 feet away from the person next to you. It's free $3.99. The wildflowers, by the way, are absolutely beautiful out here. I am glad winter is still happening. Like, this is fantastic. There's been so much rain. It's so cold, and it's just beautiful. And I wasn't up here this time last year. I was in, as you can see here, Colorado in a freaking snowstorm, stuck on the I-70, you know, in the middle of May and June. So it is May 1st today. May Day. May Day, May Day. Hopefully I don't have to yell that today. Anyway, beautiful day. I'm gonna go hike. So yeah, even though I'm doing 2 parks a day, it's actually a pretty casual trip. I was done pretty early yesterday, and then I did actually edit a video, and then that was great, and then I waited like 4 hours for it to upload at Starbucks. So I actually don't like that feeling. I was like, you know what, I'm sitting here at Starbucks waiting for this to upload. I might as well just edit all the videos and then just upload them when I get home at the end of the week. So I think that's what I'll do for my like working on the road thing, is I think I will just get them edited and saved, and then that way I can, what is going on up here? There's 1,000 million cars. I don't know, construction. Yeah, so I think that's what I'll do, is I'll edit them on the road and then upload them when I get home. Or like, I don't want to have to be like, that's why I don't, okay, let me explain. That's why I don't have propane or a 125-gallon water tank, because I don't want to spend my whole time sourcing materials or sitting at a Starbucks waiting for things to upload. I understand that, you know, full-time digital nomads have to do that stuff. I'm grateful and thankful that I can go back to my house and just do it. I have had some Starbucks where it uploads in 20 minutes, but they're not very reliable when you got a bunch of people on the network, not to mention people surrounding the Starbucks that are logging in. So yeah, it was kind of frustrating. I got back to my rest area at like 9 p.m. last night and just watched some Netflix and YouTube, and didn't really wind down, and I think that's why I couldn't sleep last night. So yes, definitely turn off your electronics early. That's all. Anyway, so I don't know why there's so much traffic up here, but yeah, so I'm gonna go, I'm 25 minutes away from Cedar Lake. It's beautiful up here, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and I will see you later. Such a beautiful day, and there's only one camper van here, and I'm the only other person here today. And there's a trailer that's like a half a truck. That's kind of cool. I guess they're gone. You can also hook your horses up. So these campsites, not this one, but the ones over here, have horse bike racks. I guess, I don't know what you call them in the equestrian world. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna walk to the trailhead, and I'm gonna do 2 loops. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna hike the Little Blue Stream loop, and then the Lonesome Dove loop. So that's about, I think 10 miles total. The whole Buggy Whip trail system is 10.5 miles. So, but that's not including the middle bit. So I think it's like about 9 miles. But yeah, so over here, you can equestrian closed, hiking only. Okay, so I guess this is the trail. That's a pretty entrance. Usually it's just like a sign. That's really cool. It's always fun when I'm sporting one state park shirt. This is Paladuro. Can't see, my hair's in the way. Paladuro Canyon State Park, which is one of my favorite places in Texas, second only to Caprock. And then add another state park. This is great. This is just kind of your average marshy wooded area. So yeah, this is a horse riding too, so it's a little stubbly hiking, but luckily no horses today. The trail is closed for the equine hikers, and yeah, just only for the humans. This is beautiful. There's my thumbnail. I'm all like, I need a thumbnail. I don't think there's mountain biking at this park. The lake is over there. I know there's boating, but I don't really see, well, it's not like Lake Tawakoni yesterday, but that was a Sunday. So I haven't even explored if there's a boat dock or anything. Yeah, this is nice. Definitely good for horses. Lots of butterflies. This reminds me of my first ever state park, which was Copper Breaks. And I just remember seeing so many butterflies, and it was during the pandemic. And it was my first car camping trip. And I was just like, I need to just get out into nature. And I just was like, I totally dug this. I want to do this forever. So 3 years later, still at it. There is a bit of up and down, which is good. And actually it's like kind of like clay type ground. So even though it's damp, it's not muddy, which is great. It's actually perfect conditions. So yeah, so there's like these little steps. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, and you go down some elevation change here. And then the other bit, the second hike that I connect to, like part of the loop, supposedly is a more of a challenging area. This is the novice area. So yeah, this is great. I think it's maybe novice for horses. I don't think this is novice for, I mean, this is just, you know, your standard hike. So yeah, so we'll see what quick challenging area is. But this is fantastic. Oh, this is nice. Now I'm in this like canopy wooded area. Still a little like clammy. No, not clammy. Clammy's when I'm like sick and food poisoning. Yeah, so now I'm on the next trail. I'm now hiking in a trench. Just kidding. A lot of this is just like naturally formed from the water. Oh, I'm free. You know, I've seen more butterflies on this trail than I've seen in the Houston Museum of Natural Science. They have the butterfly, like, I don't know, like 4-floor, it's like 4-story butterfly garden enclosed. And I swear I've seen more butterflies on this hike than I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, so I have to cross this and then I go up here, so I don't have to go through the actual creek. But that's kind of cool. Yeah, if you're on a horse, it would be a lot easier to get up here. That's the dirt road that goes to, I thought it went to the lake, but it goes to a power. Okay. Maybe Cooper Lake is a reservoir. There's a lot of dams and reservoirs up here. So you can't actually go on them. So yeah, maybe that's what that is. Doesn't look like you can go through there. Yeah, I don't know where the boat dock is or even the rest of the hike. I think it's through here. I'm so lost. Where the hell am I? No, actually this is really nice. I am almost 4 miles in, about halfway. I think it's only 8 miles. I'm not doing the inner trails. So the whole trail system is 10.5 miles. So I think I'm only doing hiking less than 10. You get a little glimpse of the lake on this hike. And yeah, murky water. Not like down in San Antonio where everything is super clear, like San Marcos and all that. I see one wading duck, possibly. Yeah, no beach down here. You can't really get to the water from here, but you wouldn't really want to go in this water. Yeah, so this is pretty big. I'm sure on the weekends somewhere you can get onto the lake on a boat ramp. Now the trail has completely disappeared. So I'm assuming I just wade through this very beautiful meadow. Looks kind of like the Microsoft home screen. Yes, I have actually hiked into a computer. So I might not be able to go to Horseshoe Bend right now, but I'll take this. This works. It's like the Fisher Price version. I'm at the Dairy Museum because it's frickin' Texas and I'm in cow country. So either these are going to be milk or it's going to be brisket. So anyway, here it is. Here is the Dairy Museum. Go in if you dare. All right, I want some ice cream. So I'm hoping they have ice cream. took like 5 minutes in there. I'm gonna come back with Harriet one day. That was fun. That was cool. The van is looking good. Yep. Anyway, so there's no ice cream. I think it's more busy on the weekends. Anyways, I'm gonna go to Bonham State Park now and go do a quick, I think 4-mile hike, and then I'm done for the day. I am now at Bonham Lake State Park, and that was a bit of a trek to get here. I got stuck on that construction road, so I went the back way up to Bonham, which is a cute little, just your, you know, distinct abandoned 1800s town. But this is a beautiful lake. Reminds me of, went to another one that was really small. Purtis Creek Park had the same kind of thing. It was like a little picnic area, a little lake. Well, this is a pretty big lake. And this would be good for paddle boarding. It's small enough and it's all enclosed. Yeah, actually this is a tiny lake. This is beautiful. There's Prudence in the sun, and there's some fishing and things. It's a Monday, so no one's here again. This one camper van might be the park host. I am going to take a shower here when I'm done though. That is a definite. I might, or I might just do one tomorrow. I'll be at 2 more state parks tomorrow, and I'm going to be mountain biking in the morning. I'm not really that sweaty, so maybe I'll just not shower today. This is really cute. They've got the picnic pavilion. They have the fishing dock. It's like a miniature park. They've got 6 little paddle boats that you can rent. If it wasn't so stifling hot, I would go take one of the paddle boats out. I'll definitely come back to this park. Yeah, this is cute. This is good for kids too. So these are the hiking trails. They're not very long. At most, maybe 2.5 miles, 2.7 miles. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go down here on this green one, and I'm not going to do everything. Just whatever All Trails is going to tell me. That's 4.5 miles, but some of it's closed. Gnarly Root Trail, I think that one's closed. So yeah, I'll do as much as I can, and then I think that's it. But I'll definitely come back here. This is really cute. This immediately feels so much better being in the shade. It's like literally night and day during the daytime. Okay, so I don't know, forest walk, then along the lake, and then back in. So yeah, maybe I'll just do half the hike. There's literally maybe like, I don't know, 7 or 8 camper vans here. It's a very, very small campground, kind of like Mission Tejas. They only have 15 spots and then a group site. This is nice. I should snag the last campsite and just park here for the night, but I'm not. Again, I'm like off the grid now, so I don't really need electricity or anything. God, I'm tired. I sound tired. Okay, hike, and then drive, and then sleep. That's what I want to do today. I need to catch up. I didn't sleep very well the night before. I slept okay last night, but went to bed at midnight, and tonight's an early night after filling my belly with barbecue. This is a really pretty trail. It's loops around. I had a little bit of elevation gain and kind of this weird like bedrock stuff that I see in Kerrville, which is my favorite Texas little high-speed mountain bike trail. Anyway, so yeah, just moseying on down. I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through. I'm almost at 3 miles, and it's 4.8, so whatever that math is. Yeah, can't wait to eat some barbecue. I'm getting hungry now. I am now in Denton, Texas, which is, I don't know, like southwest of Dallas. It's still like Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So I'm going to go find some barbecue, and this one is, I think, in downtown Denton. I did go by the Loves that I was hoping to stay at, but there's construction in the parking lot, and 1,000 bazillion, not just 1,000 million, 1,000 bazillion 18-wheelers, and it's like 7 o'clock in the evening. So I'm hoping that all of those 18-wheelers clear out when it gets dark. Maybe they're just taking a nap during the day. Can't imagine the line for the shower. But I am going to look for another like truck stop, maybe TNA truck stop, or it's not TNA, sorry. It's like Truck Stops of America. It's TA truck stop, not TNA. Sorry, it's not the 80s. But anyway, so yeah, let me figure out where to go. Also, QT is another one, like as in the letters Q and T, like on the sign here, not cutie. Anyway, so let me figure out where I need to go. So just a heads up, I didn't go to that Juicy Pig place because they're like, oh yeah, it's $18 for 2 meats and 1 side, which is a rip-off for barbecue. Trust me, I know barbecue. And the place I went to yesterday was $16 for 3 meats and 2 sides, which is a great, fantastic deal, and Texas toast. The place that I went to just now, the Juicy Pig, was $18 for 2 meats and 1 side, which is a rip-off. Doesn't include Texas toast. And the 3 meats and 2 sides, and you only get like 2 ounces of meat, right? Like, it's not very much meat. But yeah, so I can't even take it seriously. It's such a rip-off. The three meats and 2 sides was $29. And the guy didn't seem to give a shit when I was like, that is a rip-off. He's like, okay, fine, bye. I was like, right, well, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go to this place called Brisket Burger. And I'm not really this naughty, but I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And basically when I'm up in this area, all I eat is barbecue. I think officially Denton, Texas is the worst place for barbecue. So I went to 2 places. The first one was way overpriced. I went to this brisket burger place, and you know, barbecue's already cooked, just stick in a box. And they're like, oh, it'd be like 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like, are you like massaging the cow and like raising it on the farm out in the fields? Like, barbecue takes like 2.5 minutes to put on a plate. So they had a bunch of like DoorDash and Grubhub, and so I guess there's like a couple universities here, but still it's like 45 minutes to wait for barbecue is like, literally I can just raise my own cow. So now I am ranting and raving about barbecue, and if you are a Texan resident or something, you will be on my side on this. Like, nobody waits that long for barbecue. It's basically tray service. Like, you go to Rudy's Barbecue, which is also down the road if I really want to go to it. Go to Rudy's Barbecue, you get a tray, you go through the line, and they put the meats on, and you know, 82 seconds later you have your food, not freaking 45 minutes. I'm now at the gas station. I do need gas. I think I'm gonna go to Love's, check it out. Hopefully it's not too loud. I should have just got a campsite at that park. It's too late to get one at the one I'm going to tomorrow, but I'm only mountain biking, and I'm 30 minutes away from the rest area. So if Love's really is too bad, I may just like drive out to the rest area anyway. But Quick Trip, which is really cool, actually has some good snacks. They've got pretzels, and they've got frozen hot chocolate, which is really good. So usually I get a small, it's like a smoothie, and I think that should be good. I've got my salad. It's got like chicken on it. It's a Cobb salad. So I should survive with that. I don't like Denton. Denton? Did I say Destin or Denton? It's Denton, Texas. Not a fan. So you mess up my barbecue and deprive me of my meat. I'm not happy. So, all right, let me go get something from this gas station. Okay, I got brisket grilled cheese, which will have to do me for barbecue. I think Denton, Texas is quite possibly the worst place in Texas I've ever been. There's a Cracker Barrel. I could probably park there. I've never parked at a Cracker Barrel. There's also Best Western behind it. So I could also park there. Okay, if Love's doesn't work, I'm gonna go to Cracker Barrel. This will be a first. All right, so I am straddling lanes right now. Why am I doing that? Even the roads don't make any sense. I don't like this town. That's all I have to say. I like being in the state parks by myself. Nobody else there. That is what I like. That's cool, man. Anyway, okay, let me go to Love's. I think it's gonna be a shithole, and I think I'll just go to Cracker Barrel and just park there. Here's the TNA Travel Center. I should be able to park there. Love's is a freaking madhouse. Seriously, there must be 400. I think there's 400 18-wheelers. So, okay, there's a Vanlifer. Okay, I think I'm gonna park. I think I'm just gonna park here for tonight. I see Vanlifers. TNA. I've never stayed at. Is it TA? I think it's just TA. I keep saying TNA, which is like whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna park in here with the cars. Oh, can I park? Okay, hang on, let me show you what I'm trying to do. this debacle. Okay, so this is the car parking, and there's a Vanlifer right there with an air conditioner. Love's is across the freeway, so I'm gonna go turn around, and I think I'm just gonna park on the edge, and I think I can just park here. I don't think they care if you park. Let me see what it says. There's a sign. Usually it's like pick up your dog shit. I should just park at the end, but I have the bike, so I have to remember I don't want someone clipping the back of my van. All right, this says over here. Oh, here, RV parking. Awesome. 3-hour parking RV. What? No shit. Okay, I'm going to Love's. If not, I'll go to Cracker Barrel. If not, I'll drive 30 minutes out.
Thank you for calling Cracker Barrel, Old Country Store on North Interstate 35 in Benton, Texas. Please wait a moment. Cracker Barrel CO, this is Taylor. How can I help you?
Yeah, are you at the location or are you like an operator?
I'm at the location.
Oh, do you allow RVs and campers to park overnight?
I'm not sure about overnight. I can check really quick.
Yeah, usually Cracker Barrels allow it, like Walmart's, Cracker Barrels, and like Love's Travel Stop. I just don't want to go to Love's because there's like 1,000 billion trucks right like there right now. So
Yeah. Let me double check with my manager real quick. Give me just 1 second.
okay, Cracker Barrel allows parking overnight. So I'm gonna go to Cracker Barrel and get out of these gas stations. Good morning. I'm at Ray Roberts Isle de Bois State Park, and fingers crossed the trails are open. Beautiful day, beautiful part of Texas, and let's see. So a couple of the state parks, I don't know, probably a handful of them, have actually 2 locations. So this one is the Isle de Bois, I think that's how you say it, and Jordan Unit. So like there's also I think it's like Guadalupe River also has like the Bower Unit, which is like outside of the park. You still need to pay and get a permit to go to both, but obviously the Jordan Unit only has like no trail, like a 3-mile trail. It's probably for something else like, I don't know, boating. And then you have the Isle de Bois, which has the Dorber Trail. Dorber is, I think, the Dallas Off-Road Bike Association or something. It's basically like the mountain bike association. And so the Dorber Trail that I was on the other day, I'm actually going to let them know that there's some like low-hanging branches and the trail actually needs to be cleared. So they're supposed to maintain the trails. But anyway, so yeah, so this is a Dorber Trail, and I think I'm going to bike the one of the loops. I mean, it's pretty long. I mean, you've got 9 miles, 7 miles, 4 miles. So you're looking at probably 20 miles of trails just in this little part of the park as it is. So I think mine's 9 miles. I think I'm just going to do one of the loops and it should be fun. What's the greatest thing about not having to go to work on a Tuesday morning? You are the only one here. I am the only one here. I need sun, so I'm gonna park over here obnoxiously in the middle of like the parking lot instead of just parking on the edge. Maybe I'll park in the middle. Okay, maybe I just park right here. Okay, all right, Dorber Trail. I'm now at the top of the park, and this is absolutely beautiful. That's a cool little beach kind of thing. All this red rock. But yeah, so this is a very, very diverse trail. Not a lot of elevation gain. A few times where I just have to walk my bike up a few rocky bits. I don't try to be a hero. I know the capacity, not limitations. I know the capacity of my spine. So I don't need to rearrange it. Anyway, so I am 6.5 miles in, and I think this is a 9-mile trail. So on the home stretch, really, really, really great. Definitely come back. The weather's beautiful. I cannot imagine doing this when it's like 100 degrees though. Nice breeze from the water, and again it's a bit clearer. It's not as murky as the other state parks. I just keep hitting snags on this trip. Okay, now the road is closed to go to the park, and I don't know how to get around it, so I've got to pull over and figure that out. Okay, it's very hot and there's very limited like official day use parking, so I just parked here kind of like in the middle of the road. It's okay, I think. This is the group area. It's probably not very busy on a Tuesday. I'm going to hike the Onion Creek Trail, so I'm here. So I'm going to go up and then loop back around and look at all the points of interest and then come back down here, go past Prudence, back down here, loop around. So it's 4.4 miles and I'm done. So it's about 85 degrees right now. It's very, very hot. And of course, you know, I'm completely covered up and this should be fine. Nice breeze though, coming from the lake. Yeah, there's literally no shade. It's just basically this open prairie. Very, very pretty, very easy to walk on. And my legs are burning from riding my mountain bike this morning. So casual walk. They also have disc golf, which I've never played. I have no desire to learn. I'll just end up, you know, throwing the frisbee through someone's window or something. Lots of flowers. I'm tired. Anyway, so I've got 2 hours. No, it's 2. I have a call with Harry at 7, so I've got 5 hours to do this hike, take a shower here, finally. It's been a few days. And then I think I'm in the middle of a disc golf course, though. I don't think I'm on the trail. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to do the hike, take a shower here, charge my computer at Starbucks, jump on the computer at 7, and then drive to the Wise County Safety Rest Area. And I don't know where the trail is. Okay, the trail goes through the middle of a disc golf course, so just make sure you duck and cover because you'll probably get hit in the face. It's really bizarre because there's no parking at any of these trailheads. I mean, there's the entrance over there. You can just park there, but it's bizarre. Just to let you know, this is also a horse trail. It's very similar again to Copper Breaks. So that's why the trail is so wide. Yeah, it's a nice walk, not too strenuous, so yeah, I think I'm gonna sleep well tonight. So now I get to walk through a storm drain. This is fun, echoey. I am done with the hike. That was great. That was about 5 miles. It's very, very hot. I'm very tired. I need a shower and I can't figure out how to get through. Oh, go over here. And this is for the horses. And I think that's the camp post over there. This is great. Lots of horse shit. Watch where you step. Good morning from the Wise County Rest Area. It took forever last night to upload my Bisbee 1,000 Steps video to YouTube, but it finally got uploaded. So that's good. I could just wait 2 more days when I'm home. But trying to figure out if working on the road is viable. So yeah, it was weird. Once I got out of the actual Starbucks and sat in Prudence in the parking lot, the Wi-Fi was actually stronger. So that was weird. Anyway, I'm just laying in bed. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's raining a little bit and overcast, but I have a Zoom call. I have a meeting that I have to do at 9:30. So I'm about 10 minutes from Decatur. Everything up here is like lake something or something lake. So I'm going to do a 15-mile out and back bike ride, which I think is just like a paved along the river or along the lake, so that's fine. And then I'm going to somewhere else after that. Fort Richardson first, and then Lake Brownwood. So Fort Richardson is the 15-mile ride, and then Lake Brownwood is just, I think, maybe a 3 or 4 mile hike. And then heading back toward Texas. So tomorrow's Mother Neff State Park, and the rain is kind of on and off, but so far it only rained like a teeny tiny bit. So I have this gigantic tray to catch the water because for some reason I have a leak up there, which I need to fix when I'm home. But I need to be in my storage garage with my van so I can get up on my roof and get the flashlight and do the testing. I don't want to do it when I'm outside. So I have to take the van back on Saturday and put it away. Anyway, I'm tired. What a good week though. Really, really good week. Next week I have a bunch of medical appointments. So, and I have a surgery on Tuesday on my hand. I was brutally assaulted like 3 years ago, just over 3 years ago, and I still have very, very limited range of motion in my shoulder, but I have physical therapy and chiropractic for that. That seems to be helping. But my hand has just gotten progressively worse, so I have to have a surgery on my left hand on Tuesday. So they'll be putting me under. So I have a pre-op on Monday, then Tuesday the surgery. Wednesday I have my mammogram, which is my third this year, second MRI, and possibly first biopsy. I think it's okay. I don't know. I feel fine. My blood count is fine. So we'll see. I am at the historic Fort Richardson, which is right over here. And I'm going to get on my bike and do the 15 miles out and back, and then come back and take a look at this. This is cool. I'm geared up for my ride, looking like a total dork. It's okay. This is very similar to Mineral Wells. I think it's a limestone gravel trail. Hopefully it goes to a paved trail. But Mineral Wells is not too far from here, and they have a really good 20 miles up and down. So you're going up elevation for about 16 miles and then 4 miles down. And then when you go up 4 miles and then you go down 16 miles, you can go really, really fast. It's a really fun ride. I've had a few flat tires on it though. So yeah, so let's do 15 miles here, 7 miles out and back, and this should be a good ride. Okay, I just did 16 miles on the bike. I am dusty, and I'm going to go look at the fort right now. So we go into the interpretive center and then head down to Lake Brownwood. I'm at Fort Richardson now. I can't remember all these parks because there's so many of them. So now I'm heading to Lake Brownwood. Come on, Jenny, wake up. I'm hungry. I need sugar. Okay, let's check this out. It is hot out here. It's about 85 degrees. This is really pretty. This reminds me of Wimberley. If you've ever been to Wimberley, they've got this little river that kind of looks like that. It is hot. I am doing a 3-mile hike here. I'm not going to do the full hike. But anyway, here's Lake Brownwood State Park. Okay, let's do it. Okay, final hike for today. Actually, it's the only hike for today. The Nepalis Ridge. This is 2.89 miles. These wildflowers, look at these. These are absolutely beautiful. I swear, this is definitely, all of these state parks are all hidden gems. I had no idea the Dallas-Fort Worth area, all the way up to Wichita Falls, was so beautiful. Oh my God. And there's even cactuses, or cacti. So I'm going to hike this purple one. There's also some others over here. So when I get to the headquarters, I might quickly do this one and then back around. There's another lakeside trail. I'm going to drive out to the lake because I'm kind of in the middle here. This should be great. Very, very pretty. So yeah, 3 miles. This should take me like 45 minutes. I don't know. I'm quite a fast hiker. I'm literally dying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm okay. I'm all sweaty though. I need to actually maybe I'll take a shower here. I don't know. I don't really need to. I took a shower yesterday. So whenever all the guys were like, how do I meet a girl in Vanlife? I'm like, I shit in a bucket and I haven't showered in 2 days. But if you like what you see, I'm just kidding. No, not available. Not available. Ever. I'm done. So I just want to be one with nature. Yes, I'm in a relationship with myself right now. So it's the only person that will put up with me. So, all right, this is beautiful though. This is absolutely beautiful. So many really, really pretty wildflowers and 10,000 million butterflies. Oh my God, just butterflies everywhere. This is beautiful. I just feel like I'm like in this meadow of happiness, and oh my God, I just had a very trying conversation. So this is good. And the sign at the front that says this is a stress-free zone is absolutely right. This is definitely what I needed today. It's been a pretty crazy, emotional, just with Jeff still in the hospital in San Diego, you know, me being out here, you know, in Texas, having to, you know, continue with my responsibilities. You know, it's very, I wouldn't say stressful, it's just very, it's very upsetting, you know, just to know that there's not a lot that we can do right now. So the only thing you can do is self-care. Just put the oxygen mask on yourself and enjoy the flowers and the butterflies. I'm going to hike the Texas Oak Trail. It's 3/4 of a mile. I don't think it's going to take an hour unless you're like low crawling. But basically it's this orange trail to the Opossum Loop out to the overlook and then up here and back around. At the top of the trail, there's a little bit of a scramble, and then you get a beautiful view of the lake. Let me go down here. Ooh, super scary. It's like the secret cave. Oh no. You know, I've been on a bazillion cave tours. I love it. I love just like getting all dressed up in the hard hat and getting the little headlamp and, you know, looking for gold or whatever. Okay, yeah, caves and mines. Oh, look at this. Definitely not a cave or a mine. That's pretty. Oh my God, I have made it to the hill country safety rest area. And I think I missed it. Hang on. I did this last time. Well, crap. Hang on, I missed it. Okay, I ended up circling around and I'm back at the Hill Country northbound safety rest area, and I stayed here probably a dozen times now in the van. So it is one of my favorite best sleep places, so I'm not gonna miss this one here. Let me go in right here. And yeah, so this is right north of Waco. There is one on the other side of the freeway, but I've stayed at the northbound more because I've always been heading north, obviously. So that's fine. So I'm just going to park in my usual spot at the end if it's available and go to bed. I got a hot chocolate for some stupid reason. I'm not even like thirsty, but I felt obligated to buy something because I was looking for a snack and they didn't have any food at the gas station. Anyway, plus gas was like super expensive. So I'm going to go through Waco tomorrow on the way to Mother Neff. It is busy over here. Why is it so busy? Okay, so these people are sleeping. So I'm going to go down the end, park on the other end. I don't want to park too close to where, I don't think it matters. I just park right here. Okay, I'm just going to park right here. I don't think it matters where I park. People are going to walk by anyway to go to the bathroom. And I think that's it. I don't think there's one at the end. So what I like about this safety rest area is that all the trucks are way off in the distance. Like, they're not across from us like they would be over there. They're actually like way on the end. So all the noise is like carried away, which is good. I'm tired. It is 10 o'clock and I'm gonna go to bed. That's all. So already dumped out my toilet, already cleaned out my trash at the last park. And yeah, tomorrow's one more park and then I'm done with the seven state parks, 8 state parks, I don't know. -1 because I didn't do Cedar Lake. So, all right, well, night. I will see you in the morning. I am at Mother Neff State Park, the final state park of this trip, and the 7th state park. And I think every bug in Texas is on my windshield. This is so horrible. I have a day use reservation for Jennie Timar. Can I get a trail map as well? Thank you. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, got my trail map. It's actually busy. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna just park over here. Maybe there's a field trip, I don't know. Happy overcast day. I'm wearing my Venice Beach t-shirt and it doesn't look like Venice Beach. So there's a ton of SUVs here for some reason. So I'm just going to follow the map, which I left in the van. So I'm just going to try to do all the trails, probably about 4 miles. And then, yeah, very, very small park. So I'm not quite sure what it's known for. There's no lake, there's a pond and there's a cave. So let's see if we can find the pond and the cave. So here's the hike. So I'm here at this parking lot. So I'm going to go south and then onto the Red Trail and then down to the Tower Trail, all the way to the Cave Trail, and then up through the Wash Pond Trail, through the Playground Trail and back on the Prairie Loop. So yeah, this will be fun. Okay, let's find the trailhead. If you like birding, a lot of these state parks have bird blinds, but yeah, this is it. I guess they're going to expand the park. All right, so I'm right up here. This is the pond. Very nondescript puddle of water. No ducks. All right, that's cute. About half a mile from the parking lot where I parked, there's a historic bell. And so many butterflies, beautiful wildflowers. This is cool. Why would they put a bell in the middle of a field? I don't know. So this bell says Hillsborough, and ring ring. What's that sound? Maybe it's dinner. In the days before cell phones, how would you let everyone at the Civilian Conservation Corps, which is the CCC, which is what is responsible for building all of these beautiful state parks, so basically, Company 817 used this bell. That is a loud truck with a bunch of hay. Okay, so yeah, so these are all the people that worked in the CCC. So when you go to Paladuro, one of the good trails, one of really, really, really good trails they have is a CCC trail. But yeah, so the Civilian Conservation Corps is responsible for most of the 89, if not all of them, state parks. They have blue bonnets, and if you are in Texas, you have to squat in them like you're pooping and take a photo. And so that's what people do. I think these are blue bonnets. Anyway, that's what people do here in Texas. They take pictures in the spring and eventually trample all over them. So thank you, Texans, for ruining everything. After the tower, and there's this family having a little morning brunch picnic. Is very cute. All the kids were waving at me. They're like, hi, complete stranger. I was like, hello, fellow future hikers. So now I'm going to the cave. Apparently there's a cave trail, so I'm hoping there's a cave and it's not just called like, you know, named after like Mr. Cave. Okay, let's see what this is about. This is cute. Very, very kid friendly, very mobility accessible, and beautiful weather, overcast, cooler, awesome. This is the cave. That's pretty cool. People actually lived in caves. So I've been watching, what's that show? Kunk on Earth. And it's pretty funny. So now I look at everything with an air of sarcasm and stupidity. It's really funny. She's like, my mate Paul. Yeah, it's a pretty funny show. Anyway. But yeah, so this is where people dwelled. Okay, I think that's it for the cave. I think that goes to the parking lot. This is murky. Oh, it's super clear. Is it? Or that's just a reflection? No, it is super clear. Look how clear this water is. All you can see is a reflection, but it is super clear. I am convinced that an armadillo is the combination of if a rat and an elephant had a kid, it would look like this. This is the playground. This is cool. Not your typical playground. So, oh no, kids, use your imagination. I think that's awesome. The world's smallest slide, which I know if I go down it, I'm going to break my ankle. Okay, so I'm going to finish off I'm going to hike the Prairie Loop back around to the pond trail and go back to the van, which is over there somewhere. This is beautiful. I can smell fires. It's almost lunchtime. Anyway. So yeah, this is nice. I like these kind of unique playgrounds for kids, because when you just get your regular jungle gym, you know, you just run around and hurt yourself. So at least this is like, you can actually play some sort of like scenario or some game or something, walk on the logs and hug an armadillo that's the size of a car. Oh, there's Prudence. I was like, oh, there she is. She like pops up on my peripheral vision on my left-hand side. Ah, that was fun. All right, home to Houston. And all these cars are gone now. Okay, thank you, Prudence, for a great week. Beautiful, beautiful area. I definitely encourage you to check out the surrounding Dallas-Fort Worth state parks. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, fantastic week. And now for the rain.